guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite cruelty-free eyeshadow palettes. So if you guys don't know, I am attempting to go cruelty-free with pretty much everything like skincare, hair care, makeup, obviously beauty, that kind of stuff. I am attempting to go cruelty-free now. I'm slowly but surely doing it, I think. It is a little difficult for me just because sadly, it's not something I used to think about, which I think a lot of people can relate to. It's just not something you're really, I guess, aware of, even though we should be, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not something I thought about, which is really sad because I do consider myself a huge animal lover, which, I don't know, it just makes me really sad. So I am trying my hardest to go cruelty-free right now. I am probably gonna make some mistakes because I am new. I'm a baby cruelty-free person, you know. So if I do make a mistake or say something wrong, I will have an annotation probably at the bottom, or if you would like to leave a comment, nicely, please don't. Let's not send any hate to anybody. We're all trying our best. Let's start with the palette I'm actually wearing on my eyes. And this is the Morphe 39A. This thing is gigantic. Oh my god. This is actually my favorite Morphe palette ever. I do love the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I didn't think I was going to include that one today just for some reasons. I don't know. But this is probably my absolute favorite. It's called the Artistry palette. And I think they had this out for Christmas one year, and then they took it away, and then they brought it back. Look at how gorgeous this is. Oh my god. I used these 4 shades, these 2 in the crease, this one in the middle, and this one in my inner corner. I love the greens in here. The blues are beautiful. You have some nice neutrals. You got some pinkies, some purpley colors. Oh, I just love the array you have here. And I think this is actually one of the better Morphe palettes formula-wise. These ones seem to be a little bit more creamy, kind of on the Jaclyn Hill original palette area. Like that one I just feel a little bit more, was more creamy and not as dry as some of their other palettes. But this is probably one of my absolute favorites. I just really like it. And I don't know, the colors are so beautiful to me. Yeah, I didn't actually know Morphe was cruelty-free. I thought they weren't, but I am pleasantly surprised because I do like a lot of their products. Up next is probably one of my favorite palettes in the entire universe, like of all time, and I'm so happy it's cruelty-free. But this is the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. If you're sensing a theme, it's the grungy greens I love. If you're new here, then you don't know that, but I'm a grungy green kind of gal. I love me a green eyeshadow. And I just love this palette. I think the formula is really nice, except this shade. This shade is the only one I can't get to work. It just has so little pigment. On the finger, it swatches really nicely, but for some reason on the eye, it just doesn't work. But I love all the other shades. I think they're beautiful, and I really like this palette a lot. Next up is more of like an entire brand, but I'm gonna talk about 4 palettes that I really like from them, and that is good old ColourPop. I love ColourPop. I think we all know that I love ColourPop. I talk about them like all the time. ColourPop is just an amazing brand. I love their products. I don't know, I just think they're really good people and a good brand. I really like them, okay? One of my favorite palettes by them is the Dream Street Kathleen Lights and ColourPop palette. I think this is actually the first palette I bought from them, and it's just so beautiful. It's just so stunning. I actually don't use it as much as I should. It's just so gorgeous. I mean, ColourPop's so inexpensive, but the shadows are just so creamy and buttery and pigmented. I've hardly ever had a ColourPop palette that I didn't care for, but this one's probably one of my top favorites. Another one I really like is the Good Sport palette. I think that was their fall collection last year, and it's just so beautiful. Wow, I need to use this one more too. God, there's so many palettes I need to use more. This one's stunning. You got that grungy green. Ooh, I love me a green. Ooh, so pretty. I love the purples. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that orangey color. Ooh. Oh, love it. Again, affordable, beautiful pigmentation. Let's talk about some of their newer palettes, shall we? And two of my favorites are Main Squeeze and Just My Luck. These two, I really like their new packaging. They're like hard, you know? But this is Main Squeeze. I love a good red tone. Oh, love a good red. And this is beautiful. I love all the shades, honestly. I have a video where I try on and do a first impressions. If you want to see it, I'll leave a little link. And then this is the Just My Luck palette. And again, like you know, I love me a green. This shade is absolutely gorgeous. So are these ones. I'm in subs with this. I love them all. I love them all. I'm obsessed. I love ColourPop. ColourPop is probably one of my favorite brands of all time, and I love them so much. Okay, on to the next. Let's talk about an oldie but a goodie, and this is ABH Modern Renaissance. This was my first ever high-end purchase once I started getting into makeup, and there goes the brush. It's just so beautiful. It blends like a dream. It's so pigmented, it's so buttery, it's so smooth. It's just such an easy palette. I think this is perfect for beginners because if you don't know how to blend eyeshadow, which, I mean, honestly, who knows how to blend eyeshadow when you're a beginner? I barely know how to blend eyeshadow anyways, so this is like a dream. But all the colors are beautiful if you like warm tones. Honestly, all ABH palettes are like my fave, but I thought I would bring it back to a classic. Let's go on to something that I think a lot of people didn't really like, but I loved, and that's the Tartelette Toasted palette. I'm pretty sure not a lot of people liked this palette, but I love it. It's a perfect neutral palette in my opinion. It's so buttery, smells like chocolate or vanilla or whatever, I don't even know. It just smells really, really good, like I could eat it. I love the warm tones. I don't know, I think this is a really, really good palette, but I just really, really, really like the colors. I think it blends really nice. I know it didn't get a lot of hype, but I'm here to bring back the hype. Next is a palette I haven't tried a lot from yet, but I really, really, really love the colors and I love the way that they blend. And this is the Zodiac Love Signs palette. Oh, look at those colors. I definitely preferred this one to the regular Zodiac palette. That one was nice, but this one's way better. And the mattes just blend like an absolute dream. My God, BH Cosmetics has the best matte shades. I don't know how they do it. They're just so buttery and creamy and pigmented and soft and beautiful. Their shimmers aren't my favorite because they're that baked formula, but they are very, 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 very pigmented, and I really do like this palette. I think it's really, really, really good, and I really need to try more from BH Cosmetics. I like their, what's that new palette from them called? Like the Santa Fe palette or something like that. I'm from New Mexico, so I just thought it was like kind of cool because like Santa Fe is in New Mexico. And anyways, yeah, I really, really like this palette. Next is a palette that I think got a ton of hype when it first came out, but I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it anymore. And this is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette, volume 1. I haven't tried the second one, but it looks really pretty. But I love the first one. I love these shades. My absolute favorite is Celia. This shade is freaking gorgeous. Oh my God. But I do love, I don't know how to say these. I am so bad at speaking Spanish, so el malezón. I don't remember anything about Spanish. I am Hispanic, and that is very sad, but I'm not fluent in Spanish. This is not Kathleen Lights here, okay? This is Erin, and I'm not good at Spanish, so I'm sorry, but I really like La Casta too. And Varadero is really pretty, and honestly, all of them are really, really pretty. Cafecito is a great brown. Oh, love it. But yeah, I feel like not a lot of people talk about this one anymore because the new one came out. I haven't tried it. Let me know if you have, but I really, really, really love the shades. It's perfect for summer this time of year. Yeah, so I love that palette. We're getting down to the end, okay? And this is the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, I think is what it's called. Yeah, the Ultimate Brights palette. Now, I think this is perfect for someone who wants to get into color but doesn't want to spend a ton of money on a colorful palette. I love color. I love colorful eyeshadows, and I think this is a really, really great palette. I haven't tried every shade, but the blues are awesome, and the yellows are, there's like dust everywhere. The yellows are really, really good as well. And the reds, I've tried the reds too. But I think this is just a really good NYX palette. I'm not a huge fan of all the NYX palettes. I haven't tried anything recently from them, but I do really, really, really like this palette, and I love the colors. So if you're looking for a colorful, cruelty-free eyeshadow palette, this is your guy. We're at the last two, guys. And this is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. This is probably the only Too Faced palette that I like. Oh wait, no, I love the peanut butter and jelly palette too. I could have included that, dang it. Love the peanut butter and jelly palette too. That one's amazing. But this is probably the only newer Too Faced palette I love. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people didn't like it. They said it was really patchy and hard to blend, but this is beautiful. I love all the shades so much. The scent is so good, and I just really like the colors. I love these peachy tones. I think they look really good on like everybody. I just really, really like them, and I don't know, there's just something about it. This peach punch color right here is my favorite in the entire palette, but again, I just think it's a really great palette. This is probably the only Too Faced palette I've really liked in a really long time, besides the peanut butter and jelly palette. Last, but certainly not least, is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. Now, I love this palette. I love it. 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 I love blue eyeshadow. I'm telling you, red, green, and blue are my absolute favorite eyeshadow colors. They're so beautiful. But this palette blew me away from the moment I laid eyes onto it. And then I touched it, and then I used it, and literally everything that I do with this palette is freaking beautiful, because this palette is freaking beautiful. I love the amount of blue. It's not just like 1 or 2 pops of blues, which would be really sad because this is called Blue Blood, but it's just so many blues. But then you have like these tealy colors right here, and you got like a mint shade and that light pale pastel blue. You got some of these deeper, like a deeper greeny, a gray blue, like, and then you got some neutrals. You have a variety, which I think is really nice, and it allows you to create such an array of colors. They blend like a dream. They're so creamy. The shimmers are so creamy, and the as I drop it, and the mattes are so beautiful. I love this palette. The packaging is so extra, which I love. But yeah, I love this palette. It's probably one of my absolute favorites. But yeah, guys. So like I said, this is my favorite cruelty-free eyeshadow palettes. I probably have more. These were the ones that like I really wanted to talk about. Again, like I said, I am new to the cruelty-free realm, so if I did get something wrong, please let me know. I'm pretty sure I double-checked on Ethical Elephant and Cruelty-Free Kitty to make sure all these were cruelty-free. Let me know if you have any suggestions for cruelty-free products, or if I should test anything out, or if you want to see any of these palettes in action, please let me know in the comments down below. And I hope I see you guys in... Oh wait, I forgot to tell you guys to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Give it a like if you feel like it. And I hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye!